This weekend's unusually high tides created yet another problem for all of us. Mosquitoes, and not just your run-of-the-mill bloodsuckers out there.
Oh no, these are some big boys. We're talking about a type of mosquito that officials call a vicious biter. 10 News reporter Eric Lasser shows you what they're doing to try to take the sting out of this potential problem before it ever takes flight.
It's going to annoy you. They're going to bite you.
Hillsborough Mosquito Control says it's working hard to get ahead of a king-size pain triggered by those king tides over the weekend.
Furious biters. They like to feed. They like to bite.
They are black salt marsh mosquitoes, or Aedes tenuricus, a vicious biter that can fly up to 15 miles. Its eggs hatching when activated by standing water, the kind of water that Hurricane Nate and the king tide brought to neighborhoods like this one in Gibsonton.
It hardly ever comes up here like this. I mean, it was full, completely full yesterday, all the way up to the top of the grass up there.
Those eggs, say mosquito control officials, can sit dormant for up to 10 years, just waiting for a flooding event like the one we had over the weekend to come up high enough to wet the soil and allow those eggs to hatch. In July, a supermoon tide unleashed swarms of the same kind of mosquito, and while officials say they learned from that, this tide was even higher. So they're out in force today in spots like Highway 41 near the Alafia River in Gibsonton, looking for larvae, planning a preemptive strike tomorrow.
We want to go out there and find them right as they're hatching off, and then we'll get up there and we'll start treating and try and get them all killed off before they become biting adults.
I think they've always needed to do something out here to, spray it or something.
The good news? These are not the kind of mosquitoes that carry disease. And if they do hatch over the next 4 or 5 days, officials say they're ready for that too. Helicopters and planes standing by.
We want to kill them before they become adults, because once they become adults, they can fly anywhere that they want to fly.
Once at dusk, it gets kind of, dark out there all over you.
Anything would be better than nothing.
In Gibsonton,
Right.
Eric Lasser, 10 News.
Yeah, come on.
Imagine these bad boys all over you.
Ugh, no.
What?
I don't want to imagine that.
Look at these. Hillsborough Mosquito Control says when they had a similar problem in South Tampa like 3 months ago, they were able to knock down the number of black salt marsh mosquitoes from nearly 20,000 per trap to just 200.
What about all those all over you?
Well, they're all dead.
Okay, they hope to get a handle on it this time before it gets out of control. They have a plan in place.
Yeah.